put in a 6-way switch in this thing. And I just wanted to add a little addition to it. And this is what I'm talking about right here. If you got it, I don't know if it's in the camera. Maybe if I can get it like that. But anyway, I've numbered it. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do 6 settings. So I figured I'd do a little demo with the 6 settings here. I got to learn how to use this, but I can find some extreme chorus effects. I can almost get a phaser kind of sound to it. So that's going to maybe spark what to call this thing once I'm done with it. Got to find an enclosure, of course, but you know, that's just a waiting game. I'm going to put a few chords together. Really has that nice warble. Really get some nice Floyd-like sounds out of this. Now what I'm talking about is I can take this and increase the speed of it, but I'm going counterclockwise with that. So I don't know if that's right, but you know, it's up to whatever I want it to do, I guess. It's a little bit too extreme. And I can't remember what I got this on. I think I got on 3. And one more thing is I added, like I said, 6 or 5 different capacitors. I got one that's just going from the line straight to it. And then I've got a 4.7 UF in there. I've got a 10 UF, which is what the circuit originally called for, a 22 UF, a 30 UF, and a 68 UF. So lots of choices there as far as the capacitance. And I'm going to flip through that here in just a second. But I can really get that to be extreme. There's the rate. I can bring the rate down. Really get that, you know, if it's, nobody wants to hear that. That's just, you know, kind of obnoxious. So what I can do is I can bring that down some with the different settings. And just by doing that rotary dial, you can really find something maybe. That switch is a, this is a B500K. And I've done some reading on there. This probably needs to be a A500K because it bunches up all the signal all at the very end of the pot. So, you know, that's it. I'll just put this thing together. I was hoping to find all the parts, and come to find out, it was like I gave myself a goal. If I could find enough 10K resistors, then I had a shot at it. And going through the parts bin basically to put all this together, and lo and behold, I got a chorus pedal, and it's kind of almost like a phaser as well. So I really get these nice sounds. I'll play something now. Let's see if I can get a little bit of that warble out of there. And if it's in the box, then you can realize which setting you like. And then if you don't need the effect, you step on the button. That's another adventure I've got to go through. Bypass switch just yet, so it's gonna sit on the table for a while and just have some fun with the experiments. But yeah, put in a 5 or 6-way switch, and I can get all kinds of extreme, various chorusing sounds. So that's a real good sound. Very tremolo kind of pedal. Setting 6. Look how different that is. That's crazy. Sound to it. Very nice. I like that warble. Breathes. Doesn't even sound like a chorus pedal anymore. It's like this phaser or some sort of modulation. It's just great sounds. So, and when I used only the 10 UF, I couldn't get that kind of sound. So I think that's the like I said, the 68 UF that's making that happen. So that was 6. I'll go to 5, and it pretty much stays the same. So depending on what you got the pots at that point, as to the effect that you might get. They're a little more subtle. That's I don't know, 4, 3, something like that. There's 3. There's 2. 1 does something this time. So you turn this and see what it creates. That's just using the wire. I run through a cap, in other words. Here's 2. That's using that 4.7 to get the phaser kind of, or not maybe even a flanger. Alright, that was on 2, that was a 4.7. Here's the 10 UF. See the same kind of lick here, if I can remember it. 22 UF. And that's kind of how I got on this thing. Was I tried the 22 UF. I liked it more than the 10 UF. And it comes down to the battery strength too. You know, I'm using a fresh battery to demonstrate this with, so I don't want to use it up too much. Well, let's see. So that's the inner line. That's 6. There's 5. Not much difference. Now, so 2 and 1 are different. There we go. So right in there, I got difference of sound. 1. There's 2. There's 3. Very different. 4 is even more strong. Look at that. 5. And then, oh, that's 6 right there. That's seasickness there. Have fun with playing scales. So variation, pretty cool. I can go from the subtle to the just the craziest modulation sounds you can get. One more thing in the schematic, there's a switch that I could put in there from the op amp to the out, and that should give me a vibrato kind of sound if I was to do that. So that might be the next thing, but this has just been sitting on the table. I figured I'd go ahead and get into it. Okay, here's a follow-up video from what I just got through saying. I put in that 6-way rotary switch and gave me all kinds of variations basically. And I've got 6 or 5 capacitors in there. I wanted to make sure I had that right. Let's say setting 1, no capacitor. 2, a 4.7. 3 is a 10 UF. 4 is a 22 UF. 5 is a 30 UF. And 6 is a 68 UF. Those are all microfarad capacitors. And setting 1, just a bare wire or straight to the output of that where it needs to go. And like I was saying on the op amp, here's the op amp down here. I could put a switch from the out pin 1, actually it'd be pin 1 because I'm only using one side of the op amp for the buffer. And after the 10K, that resistor, that's where the open vibe vibrato kind of switch would go. And it's just a, it's either closed or open, and that would be a vibrato, hopefully. The modulation machine. Who knows?